What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Mini Trees, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, I was scrolling on Pinterest the other day and I came across this picture. I'll put it here on the screen somewhere, but I'll also read what it says. Most people's dissatisfaction comes from rushing. Every time I've been miserable about where I am in life, it's because I was hyperfixated on a particular outcome. This picture really got me thinking. With social media, everyone is always posting what they're doing, where they're at, where they're eating, who they're with, how much they have. It got me for a while personally stuck in like this rat race or feeling like I have to keep up or live a certain lifestyle to fit in and basically be doing what everyone else is doing to deem myself as successful. And I, for a long time in my life, have compared my life to other people's lives, even though everyone's life truly looks so different. I feel like with social media, we also see people gain things and rise to the top so quickly, and we forget that that is not always the reality of life. Key to doing this is not to rush, but instead do the work and enjoy doing the work instead of rushing the process. First, I want to talk about the downside of rushing. Rushing, this feeling is such a normal and very human thing. We get into this school and we're ready to graduate. We win this medal and we're ready to win the next. We buy this thing and we're happy for just a second and then we're ready to move on to the next thing. We're just always chasing that dopamine or serotonin. I'm not sure which one it is, but we're just always constantly chasing for the outcome, for the next thing, for the next big achievement. Something that I've realized in my personal life is that rushing things and trying to take these shortcuts actually puts me in this weird victim mindset and a lack mindset. And I feel like this is because when you are rushing things, you're not focused on what's happening right now for you. You're not focused on the things that are happening around you, what actually is working out. When you're rushing, you're constantly focused on what's not working for you, what's not happening, what you don't have. And then you start to feel like things aren't happening fast enough. They're not happening fast enough to your timeline. And that creates this negative energy that also creates these weird mental blocks, especially if you're a creative person. The answer to this is easier said than done, but to shift your focus from rushing, instead focus on the work. Focus on the work that you want to do that is going to provide you the outcome that you're looking for. I've learned that once you start to shift your focus and your attention away from the end goal, you start to enjoy the process of your work a lot more, and it takes a lot of the pressure off. And you stop stressing about whether you're there yet or not. And this is a pattern that I've realized in my own life, but also hearing from people around me. We have a goal, we get there, and it's not good enough, so we get another goal and that's not good enough, and the cycle just continues. But yeah, so even as a YouTube creator, it's very, very, very easy to get caught up in the views, how many likes you're getting, how many subscribers you have, and it takes the joy out of it when you're just constantly checking and checking and checking instead of just living your life, creating content and going about your business like how a normal person would. Once I stopped worrying about the outcome of my videos and actually put my energy into just having fun and enjoying creating the content that I create, the outcome has honestly changed for me. I feel like now I'm more aligned with the type of YouTuber that I want to be, but I also realize that consistency is very much key in no matter what you want to do. But sometimes consistency looks like putting out content rapidly, or sometimes it looks like just progressing over time and committing to that long-term growth no matter what, but knowing that the work the work that you do each and every day still counts, and like you have faith that it's going to pay off, that I don't have to check every single day and do all this kind of stuff. I can just do my work, put it out there, and that's what it is. The point is that you really have to enjoy what you're doing, what you're creating, and if you love the process, the results will come naturally to you. They really will, no matter what it is, even besides YouTube. If it's art, if it's singing, dancing, maybe you are into architecture or building things. Sometimes we don't get things right away. Sometimes we don't learn things instantly. Sometimes we just don't naturally pick up on things. And it can be very, very frustrating when you want to be the best, when you want to already have that recognition and just feel like you know something. But unfortunately, we are all human, and we're all on just different timelines and different paths. We all came up different ways, but we're all really doing the best that we can do, and that is good enough. Another big reason rushing becomes so detrimental is because it also leads to comparison. When we're in a rush, we start looking at what they're doing to our left, what they're doing to our right, comparing ourselves to other creators, other people. And it also creates this unnecessary competition that just doesn't need to be there, because there's truly enough for everybody, but you won't think so when you're thinking in a lack mindset. And I'm guilty of this. I will see someone else be successful, or maybe they got this thing that I really want. And it's hard to think, why not me? Why am I not there yet? When am I gonna get there yet? Like what can I do to get me there faster? Instead of believing that what I'm already doing is enough. And what I've also realized is that the only competition that I have is me. Me versus me today versus the me yesterday, and that's how it's always going to be. Focus on watering your own garden, focus on watering your own lawn. The grass is greener where you water it. That's all I'm really trying to say. Yeah, you can't focus on yourself when you're focused on other people and what they're doing and how they're living. Growing up as a teenage girl, I always watched like clothing hauls and bedroom makeovers, and that's not a teenage reality that I really got to live. And so it was very just easy for me to be like, I wish I had what they had, but it got me nowhere. It got me nowhere, but just like feeling sad for myself. One of the biggest lessons I've learned from not rushing is trusting the universe, trusting God, trusting source, trusting whatever you call the energy that connects me and you and everyone else in this world, and all the loving energy. I've learned to trust God's timing rather than my own timing. And I'm not saying that things can't happen overnight for you, or that you don't deserve what you want right now. That is not what I'm saying at all. But sometimes you have to learn things along the way and have that ego death of like, you are not always in control. You are kind of a co-creator in this. And that there are also other forces. Unfortunately, there are other forces outside of ourselves that we cannot control. But of course, we can control ourselves, what we do, what we put into our body, the actions that we take, the habits that we have, how we speak to ourselves. We can control those things. And detaching from specific outcomes and just being open to what could happen. When you stop gripping onto your goals so tightly, like you're never going to get there, and you let them breathe, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, just even life is just able to step in and mold it all together for you. Here are the key takeaways. Don't rush, do the work, shift your focus from the outcome to the process, stop comparing yourself to others and start supporting your own growth. And most importantly, trust that the universe has your back and everything will happen in due time. I really hope this resonated with someone and that it gave you something to think about. Maybe it changed your perspective a little bit. Let me know in the comments if you've ever struggled with rushing or just wanting something so badly and not being patient enough to let it happen, and how you're working on that, process. And of course, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Let me know what kind of content you would like, if you'd like to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.